Okay, today we're gonna continue with the marriage chapter. So the first character for today is wu. Okay, wu means I or we. Okay, so in English, I don't think that we have such a word that means both I and we, but in Chinese they do, and they have a few of these characters mean that way. So this is one of them. This is especially in old text. In ancient times, this is a very common character. But the modern ones, we usually use another character called 我. Okay, 我. Now 我 in modern days, to distinguish between I and we, so they make it more precise. So 我 just mean I. If we need to say we will say 我们. Okay, and so that's how they make it more distinct. But this one, 吾 means either I or we. Okay, based on context. So let's take a look at this character. So this one looks like a person open a mouth, speak, and the top part is the character called 五, which means five. Five here it just use it to represent the sound. Okay, so basically this character is very simple. It's basically I am referring myself. Okay, so this is 吾. Next one, 你. Okay, 你 means you. Okay, means you. Now another difference is that this 你 it depends on context. It could also mean anybody, anyone, or everybody, everyone. For example, the following sentence, 三个人，你看看我，我看看你，谁也不说话. And so here, it's describing like three people. They look at each other, okay? And so the way they say it is kind of 你看看我，我看看你. So over here, this 你 and 我 does not actually mean you and me. It just refers to anybody, okay? Another sentence like 他的才学叫你不得不佩服. Okay, so over here, it means that his talent that you can't help to admire. So here the you is not actually referred to the another party while you're speaking. It's just referred to a general person. So here this is 你. Okay, usually it refers to the other party. So the person you are speaking to. Okay, so this is 你. Next one, 俺. Okay, so 俺 means I, means mine, or means our, or means we. Okay, but this one is a dialect. So some part of China, they use this character instead of 吾 or 我. Okay, so this is 俺. And hold on, we didn't look at the character. Let's go back. So this one, you can see that it looks like a person, a standing person, and then on the right hand side is er. Now is in ancient time is a pronoun. It's secondary pronoun. Okay, so basically not referring to me myself, but referring to the other person. So they put these two characters together. It means that it's a secondary pronoun of a person, right? So that's you, that's 你. Okay, so this is how they build this character. Now, 俺. Okay, let's take a look at this character. Now this one, you can see that also is a standing person on the left, and then on the right hand side is a character pronounced as 眼. Okay, 眼. So 眼 is just to use it for sound. So this one is it's a dialect, part of the China. Use this one to refer to I or we. Okay. So next one is 他. Okay, 他. Now this character itself, the very original character itself, is actually means snake. Okay. So if you look at the character, literally it's a picture of snake. Okay, I mean literally it's a picture of snake. It's just, you know, you can't. I mean, it's just okay. So later on they stylized, but you can see you can make the, you know, this is a picture of a snake. Of course, the modern ones, it's so stylized and it's hard to tell, but the older ones, literally, it's a picture of a snake. Okay, so that's the very original meaning of this character. But now, later it means it. Okay, it means it. So it refers to anything that is not human. Okay, now another use of this character is to mean other. Just anything that is other. So you can use this 他 and refer to other. So other things, other people, another year, another thing, you know. You can all use that. Okay. Let's see. And next one. Now, 咱. 咱 is another character that means I or we. So I mentioned to you. So this kind of concept in English, we don't have those. But in Chinese, there are several characters means I or we. Okay, so 咱, right? So 咱家, that means that's my house, my household. Oh, okay. And 咱们, 咱们 just that means 我们, okay? But sometimes they omit the 们, just use 咱. That also means plural, 我们, we, okay? So this is 咱. Okay, so now this character, it's also makes sense. Now the right hand side, the left hand side is 口. That means it's you are using your mouse referring to say something, right? And the right hand side is the character called 字. Now 字 is in the ancient time is the original character for nose. Okay, for nose. Now and then people refer to themselves often pointing to their nose. So later this character become to mean self, okay? So here add another 口. That means you are saying what? You are using your mouse to refer to self. So that's we or I. Okay, makes sense? So this is this character 叫咱, okay? So 咱 is a colloquial usage. Okay, so people often use in daily speaking, but not a formal written form. Okay. 好 next one. 门 okay, 门 is adjunct pronoun indicating plural. So here is the it's a grammar phenomenon. I think it's much simpler than English. So in English, when you need to mean plural, you have to change the word in plural form. So now that change has certain rules, but in English, that rule has so many exceptions, so that gets complicated. But in Chinese, it's very simple. So when you need to say plural, just add this character 门 and it's all done. Okay, for anything. Okay, so 我们、他们、你们. Okay, and then just one caveat. So when you actually specifically have a counting number in front, for example, 三个孩子. Okay, 三个孩子. Now, of course, like 3 children. Now, 3 children is plural, right? But because you already mentioned 三个, so it's already very obvious and clear this is plural, so you don't add 们 again at the end. Make sense? So if you add 三个孩子们, that would be redundant, right? So in that case, you don't add 们. Okay, you add 们 only when there's no counting number in the front. There's no like a specific number you mentioned. Okay, then you add 们 to mean plural. Okay, makes sense. So now this character, it's also very much sensible. Okay, so a person on the left hand to refer to, like, this is, we're talking about people, and the 门 means a household, right? Means a household. So inside a household, usually many people live in the household, right? That's the usual case. It's very rare that one person live in the house, especially in the Asian times, right? And so they use that, say, people inside the door, inside the house, so multiple people. Okay, so that means plural. 门. Okay, next one. 谁. So 谁 and 谁. So these two pronunciation, both are valid pronunciation. Okay, so means who. Okay, who. So it really depends on the context. Sometimes you say 谁, and sometimes 谁, 谁. Both are fine. And so if you look at this character, so this character refers to who, either who or whom. Okay, so in Chinese, it does not distinguish between who and whom. Okay, it's same form, same pronunciation. You will know it because the context, because the way the place in the sentence. Okay. So this one, if you look at it, there's a talking head on the left hand side. So that means it's referring to speaking. Okay. So on the right hand side is 追. Now 追 is 追 means these birds that has short tails. That's the tail of those birds. Okay. So this means that you're gonna ask a short question. Okay. So the original meaning of this thing means 什么人. That means who. Okay, who. Now sometimes you also use this to refer to anybody. Okay, anybody. Okay. So this is 水. So let's go next one. Okay, so here someone, everyone can also mean that. Now next one is T. Okay, T, the original meaning is discard, stop, or die out. Okay, and then later on it also means like decline. So that means this, just getting wasted. Okay, died out. And also means fall. Just things just going bad, going downhill, and eventually died out. That's the original meaning of this character. So the second meaning of this thing is take the place of, substitute. Okay, substitute, or a double. For example, in the movie, right, the double, that's the person that play for the main character, for the actual actor or actress, right? Usually for dangerous movements, so this is called a 替身, the movie 里边的替身. And also sometimes, in special situations, some political or military leaders that they try to avoid danger. So sometimes they use 替身 also, have somebody to double up to appear as them. Okay, so it's called 替身. Basically, it's a substitute. Okay. Or you say on behalf of somebody doing something. So for example, 替我去商店买东西. So that means please go buy something from the store on my behalf. Okay, so 这个 替. Now, let's take a look at this character. Now this one, you can see on the top, that means there are two people. See, two people that's over there. So the remember the original meaning? That means going downhill, going just it's dying out, things like that. So the way they do that is they are picturing two people that is yawning. So they're getting tired and yawning. So to mean that is, it's tired out, burn out. Okay, but the substitute meaning, it's also understandable because you have two people right over there. So that means one can substitute to the other. Okay. So this is the meaning, and the T, the original meaning, it also means like the diar part has a special meaning, means that the predecessor dying out make it ready for the successor to take it in place. Okay, so the successor will take over the position of the predecessor. Okay, so that's what this character means. So that's why there are two people on the top. Okay, so the modern ones that you can see that there's two fu. Fu means men. Okay, so there's two men on the top. So this is T. Okay, so let's take a look at the sentence. Okay, so 无你俺他咱们谁替 So here that means 无你俺他. So 无 means I, right? 无 means I or we. 你 means you. 俺 also means I or we. 他 means other people. So they use the 无你俺他 to refer to like you and me and everybody. Okay, so everybody. And then 咱们 that means we. Okay, 咱们 means we. 谁 means it's a question. Okay, who? T, that means substitute. So here means that so among all these people, that who can replace us, or who can do what we do. Okay, or that's the meaning of this sentence. Okay, so in this context, you can see. So that means that everybody in the family has their own place, important place that is not substitutable. Okay, so this is the meaning. Okay, here in this context. So next one, 宏. So 宏 means grand, means big, great, vast, okay, broad. So now this original meaning is the sound of a bow. Okay, so the bow, when you open the bow and boom and release it and shoot the arrow, so the bow will make a sound like boom, because that's the original meaning of this character. Okay, so the sound of the bow. And so now later it just means grand, big, great, that kind of meaning. But that meaning in modern Chinese character, they actually use another character for that. Okay, so it's this one. It's over here. Okay, to mean that great, grand. Okay, now this one use less common. Okay, the usage is less common, but nevertheless they still use it. Okay, in certain places, especially some idioms. Okay, they still use that. Okay, so this is 宏. So let's take a look at this character. So this would, because of the sound of a bow, so obviously they're gonna use a bow to mean that. And then on the right hand side is 弓. Okay, 弓. Now this part of the character is actually referred to the arm. Okay, so it's the arm that is bended, right? So that's the picture. Okay, bended. And so it's the original meaning is sound of the bow. Now why the arms over there is because when you shoot an arrow, when you open the bow, then you have to use your arm to open it, right? So that's why they put the arm over here. Okay, so this is 宏. Okay, next one, 愿. Okay, 愿 means so the original meaning is now the original character of this thing actually have two forms. Okay, so it writes differently. So over here, see that this is this form. Okay. And then there's another one is this. Okay, there's a heart on the bottom, and then the other one is there's a head on the right. Okay, so that's two characters means differently. So this one means prudent. Okay, means cautious. That has that kind of meaning, but this one in the old days, that means the big head. Okay, somewhat to mean that be willing to or wish. Okay, desire something or be ready to do something. Okay, so use that meaning. So now. Nowadays, they basically they don't use it to mean like cautious or prudent, that kind of meaning with this character anymore. So nowadays they only means like desire to do something or be ready to be willing to or wish somebody well, that kind of meaning. Okay, and then another meaning of this thing is it's a vow made before Buddha or God. Okay. So it's your vow before God, basically, because it's yuan. Okay, Now let's take a look at this character. So this one, so you can make sense of it like this way. So yuan, right? So on the top character is yuan. That means 这个意愿, it's desire. So the original meaning is big head, so referring to your head. So now a person's head is where all the thoughts and desire comes from, right? So that means but that person's thinking, wish, desire. Okay, and then they add a heart on the bottom. That means added the emotional quality of it, right? So to mean that means that person's wish and desire. Okay, so this is yuan. Next one, 成. Okay, 成 means show off. Okay, show off or accomplish something that is that fits their desire, that meet their desire. Another third meaning is rely on something. Okay, 成. For example, show off, because 成能, 成能, that means it's it's trying to show off their ability. Okay, but not necessarily has the true ability. Okay, they just want to show it off. Okay, 得逞, that means they got, usually it has a negative connotation, that refer to bad things. That's they got accomplished what they desire of something that is bad. Okay, called 得逞. Okay, so this is what this character means. Now, if you look at this character, that means has a walking part, right? There's a street and then a feet. That means walking. Okay, and then on the top, that means it has a character called 成. Now 这个成 on the top, that means appear. Okay, make it obvious or expose. Okay, so that combine these two, that means you act out to make it obvious. So that's why it means show off. Okay, so next one, 诺. Okay, 诺 means yes, or put an okay. That's in the old way. In old days, they on an official document, and the superior will put write down this character 诺 at the bottom of this document to mean that yes, I'm okay with it. Okay, just equivalent of nowadays the signature of the head of the organization, for example, the president of the country or of the company, right, signing off important documents. Okay, so this is 诺. So basically it means yes. Okay, means yes. And 应诺, that means acknowledge. 许诺, that means making a vow. Okay, so this is 诺. Let's take a look at this. So of course this has a talking head on the left. On the right hand side, it's the character called 弱. 弱 has a meaning of 顺从. Okay, that means that you are following other people's desire. Okay, so put talking head and that character, together. That means you are saying yes according to other people's desires, wishes. Okay, so this is 诺. Next one, 诛. Okay, 诛 means reproach. Okay, reproach. And another meaning is kill. Okay, punish. Okay, kill, punish. So this is the main meaning. Either reproach, punish, or kill. And also means like you're sending armed forces to suppress. Okay, going a long way to punish or to kill. Okay, eliminate, uproot. Just completely eliminate, extermination. Okay, so that's what this means. Now let's take a look at this character. So this one, this means that has a talking head. So that means you are saying, you are commanding, okay, making an order. And this 猪 on the right hand side means red, okay, means red. So the way you remember this one, of course over here this 猪 means representing the sound. So the way you remember it, you can say like 猪 means red, means blood, okay, and so blood means kill. So then you can remember this character. So 猪 and there's a talking head that means they are commanding, okay, command to kill. So this is what this character means, okay. So next one. 饿 means the original meaning is poverty stricken, okay, poverty stricken, and then extended to mean disaster, okay, it's just very bad situation. This is what means, and then also means a strategic point, like very, very important strategic point, okay, called 饿. And so if this character, if you look at it, it means so this one, you know, it's the it looks like what is this thing? It's just, what is the English words for that? You know, you put it on the neck of a bull or horse, right? Usually it's a bull. Put on the neck of a bull shoulder to pull stuff. Okay, that's called 饿. It's called 饿. So this character is the original character for that thing. Okay. Now the modern one, for that meaning, for that purpose, they add a 车, they add the vehicle on the left to make it more clear. So now this one, the original character of 饿, so basically it just means what we discussed just now. That means strategic point. It means bad situation. Okay. So next one, 为. 为, the original meaning is leave or part. So just to leave. Okay. Now, so the later it means evade, disobey, violate. Okay, or hinder, block, that kind of meaning. Okay, so basically it's not you're not following, but you're going against it. Okay, it's called a 为. So let's take a look at this character. Now this one, you can see on the bottom there's a road and there's a feet, so that means action. That means walking. That means action. Okay. And on the top is the character called 为. 为, of course, is representing the sound, but also 为 on the top, that character has a meaning of going against or going the opposite direction. Okay, has that meaning. So to put together, that means you are walking away. Okay, walking in the opposite direction. So that means that you are disobeying or going against. Okay, so this is this character. Now next one, 逆. 逆 means the original meaning is meet something, or meet something head on. Okay, face to face, head on, you confront. So that's the original meaning. Okay, and so because this is like, it means against, right, head on, so it also means reverse or inverse. Okay, reverse or inverse or converse. Basically, just turn around, go against. Okay, so it also means sometimes means turn or coil. Okay, so call it 逆. Then of course now it means like defy, disobey, go against. Okay, put it upside down. So basically, you are going against doing opposite thing. Okay, so this is 逆. Okay, 逆. So let's take a look at this character. Now this one, you can see that it's there's a road and there's a feet, so that means action, right? It means action. And it means now on the top is a picture of a upside down person. Okay, so upside down person. So that's this part. It's an upside down person, and so to mean that you are doing something. Okay, act out, going against. Okay, so this is called a 逆. Let's take a look at the sentence. Okay, so 宏愿承诺诸恶为逆宏愿承诺 that means so 宏愿 that means grand wishes. Okay, grand wishes. 承 that means you make it obvious, show off, right? 诺 means yes, that means promise. Okay, so 宏愿承诺 that means here is talk about marriage and wedding, right? So it's at the wedding time, so they're making big, huge promises. That's what this means. Okay, 诸恶为逆 诸恶为逆. So here means 诸 means kill, means stop, right? 恶 means disaster, bad things, right? 诸恶为逆 so that means so they want to stop anything that is bad, anything that is just represent potential danger. You're gonna kill it, you're gonna stop it. Okay, 诸恶为逆 that means 为 is going against, right? So 逆 that means the reverse, opposite. Things that anybody is going against. So 为逆 that means it's double negative. Okay, so basically they means the same thing. They're gonna stop anything opposite opinions. Okay, so basically that's what it means. 诸恶为逆. So that means in the wedding time they are making those big grand promises, and then they basically stop any opposite opinions. So basically that means they're gonna form the consensus among all the family members. Okay, so this is what this means. Now that's it for today. Okay, so in the future we're gonna start to including contents from the newly released reading comprehension. So we added the poetry, and we also added common idioms and poetry, and plus added lots of classics of Chinese ancient classics. Those are very important, famous sentences from many Chinese classics. Okay, so it's a lot of them are very philosophical. So it represents some of the core concept of Chinese culture. So study this and remember those. You can understand deeply what what Chinese culture is and how Chinese people think, okay, and how Chinese people view the world and view the people and view the relationship between people and between the people and the world. So this gonna be, I think it will be very, very helpful. A lot of them has a very, very deep wisdom in terms of how should you deal with things and people and relationships. Okay, and so we're gonna in the future we're gonna continue to teach you those characters, but also we're gonna start to doing practice and then move on to studying those reading comprehensions. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you very much. Bye bye.